Stream is live, probably. I don't know. Technology. We have arrived. We have generated a completely unique campaign. If you want to check out the YouTube video of the cooperative campaign builder, it went about twice as long as I expected it to, just because of new group and interactions and wait, is my turn? All that kind of stuff. But that's fine. The goal is always to keep it under like 20 minutes or half an hour, but if it pushes to 50, whatever. You take an hour of your session 0 and make your campaign. So, we have Chris playing Aoife. Did I finally get that right?
Yeah.
Nailed it. First time, no cuts. No, there's no video recordings to prove otherwise. Ace is coming in to play Twang.
Greetings.
In full cosplay.
Yes.
Vic's coming in as Ashy. Is that the pronunciation we're landing on?
No clue, sure.
Ashy. Very well. It's either Ashy or Ushi, and both have connotations, I guess. And then Laura coming in as Nyla. And we have generated a campaign. Here comes a map. So, we will be starting in the Jewel of Dracovum, a port city south of St. Olaf across the mountains, where the Dracovum rests, a floating orb of glistening material hovering above a large mountain, one that dragonborn are known to venture to from time to time. There's Gale Ruth to the southeast, sort of a pirate's cove on the coast there, with islands trailing off from the low hills and mountains, drifting off into the sea. Greywall up to the far north, where it appears a grumpy paladin-type person has found their way down to the Jewel of Dracovum and has captured a good friend of Aoife, which you all have walked by doing a bit of sort of carnival games for a season shift kind of festival. So you all have had a chance to do some like minor feats of acrobatics and athletics and smashing of doors, and had some minor magical items that you're now sitting with as people kind of encouraging and joyfully bringing you over to the tavern. A couple of people getting you all rounds of ale and getting you a private table and pats on the back as townsfolk walk by after your successful trek through the obstacle course. Aoife, you do spot. You do spot Joagar, your friend and Barker from your hometown, and is currently in manacles, not being like pushed around too roughly by a large, imposing, knightly type figure, bringing him up to the bar to get essentially a plate of food and a drink, and then getting him over to a seat.
Mm.
And the rest of the party is there, which I believe, Aoife, if you're trying to hide your emotions about the situation, or visibly looking over and irritated to the party.
I think I would just actually be staring, just full on, just like looking around, looking at.
Yeah, the rest of you can notice Aoife staring at this thing. You all would have known each other very momentarily, essentially, are essentially sat together for having all competed in the tournament. Nyla, you, though, were sent here by a friend of yours to find Twang, who is supposedly going to be a useful adventurer to come along.
I mean, that's what I was told, but based on what happened in that tournament, I'm not really sure. He just seemed to be having a real rough time.
Today has been a
Every
bad
time
day.
I saw you, you fell over.
Well, my legs don't work like they used to. I am still young. They just don't work.
are
Rude
you?
to ask.
What? What?
What?
Did a
I am
mute spell
confused.
accidentally happen?
Yeah.
Silencing spell.
The silence. Everyone looks around, realizing they've been hit by a silence spell. No source has been detected. Nyla, you catch eyes with a silver dragonborn gentleman who is kind of looking over at your table, excited, and your passive perception is, I believe, high enough that you would notice that you all are the three of you are the only dragonborn in the building at the moment, except for this other gentleman. He seems to like hastily pick up his like tray of food and kind of shift like he's going to be coming over to sit with you all to chat.
Hey, heads up. I think we're like the fun, cool table in the lunchroom right now. Just be aware.
I've never been to pool table before.
Me neither. It's a new experience for everyone.
Oh God.
Probably because I'm here.
You know, someone at the next table goes, "Oh, sorry, I just noticed you." Oh, like
we're
apparently
not the cool
did
table
not
anymore.
notice as she walk in or sit down or at any point, but as soon as she spoke up, they're like visibly startled by some like realizing someone was sat next to them. Ashley, you can kind of see out the window your kind of animal compatriot, a like sea wyvern, almost essentially like a baby mutated dragon almost, but is kind of perched on one of the like street poles for the oil lamps outside that are not currently lit as it's daytime, but is kind of perched and just sort of just staring in the window over in your direction, apparently sizing up anyone near you.
They wave at him.
There's an understanding, like slow nod of recognition from the beast outside. Pulling up a chair is the very like excited silver dragonborn, just like, "Hi, oh, I saw you all out there. You were quite accomplished in your accomplishments out there. I am curious of the prizes you won for your deeds."
Why do you want to know?
Well, my scale sister, I am in the area for pilgrimage up to the Dracovum, and are you all not also on the path?
What?
And are you guys on the path? Any of you?
I was on a dirt path earlier.
Yeah, he fell.
There's many
I
of
was
you.
in
We
here.
heard.
Amazing. You're also synchronized. I can hardly get a word in edgewise. I would if you're not on the pilgrimage, don't let me try to guilt you into visiting the souls of your ancestors or anything, but I do encourage you to consider it in the future when you have more free time and availability. But I'll be heading out myself this evening, but I wish you all the best. Well done out there. Good tidings. Kind of picks up his food and walks away from the table, like not seemingly not getting what he wanted out of the interaction.
Hold on. If you're gonna talk about the pilgrimage, explain what it is.
Oh,
Sort of explain. He said something about ancestors.
That is not specific enough for me to understand what. There is a connecting factor of us all, clearly, but
I would say Nyla can make a religion check.
11.
11.
11.
You're a little confused because you don't know of any pilgrimage that is traditional to any dragon gods to the Dracovum. It's sort of just it's a somewhat known anomaly. Big floating hunk of shining rocks above a mountain. Tends to catch people's attention. But as far as any like rituals or thing that you would do with it, you can't think of anything.
Like, okay, so we definitely all just got guilt tripped over here, but I'm not 100% sure why.
Well, I already feel like I'm not a good enough dragonborn, so I just, now that it's been underlined, I kind of feel like I've been called out. Yes, I agree. Like, I know the jewel is an important thing, but
Maybe you need to bring people for a discount.
I do like discounts.
He doesn't look like he has much.
I'm wondering why he didn't stay for long. If you're gonna make your way over with your food, you may as well sit around. Anyways,
Yeah, he stuck around about enough for a vibe check and then just kind of left.
yeah, did not like the vibe.
Right.
No.
This has never happened to me before in my life, and I don't understand it.
That's how it happened to me
I'm
I'm
many a
delightful
time.
to be around.
I am very confused.
Fantastic. Aoife, you get a familiar sensation in your brain of someone coming into it to communicate with you. And you look over and see Joa doing a little like kind of a point over to you with some like arcane hand motions kind of underneath the table. The knightly figure a little distracted in his mead and meat at the moment, and you get the mental communication. I see you've arrived. I must insist you not try to rescue me.
This is one of the things that I know I can message back.
Yeah, you also have the ability to message back.
Oh, right.
Just as a racial feature.
Oh, right. Oh,
He has to like initiate communication with you to like hey, and then you
Get
can
my
just kind of
attention.
back and forth with him.
I was like, I guess I'll send a mental message back. If you have some kind of plan, I'd like to be clued in on it, but that was my full intention to get you out right now.
Oh, you know me, just overflowing with plans. No, I think I'm good for now. I got dumb and got caught. And I don't need you getting more dumb and more caught, if you know what I mean.
You need me to do anything out here?
No.
Well, you're...
He's feeding me. He got me an ale.
Well, I got that, but, like, do you have, like, a stash or something that I could grab for you?
Ooh, for safekeeping. That's
Yeah.
a good idea. Yes. You're gonna need some help. So...
These idiots look like they might help me if I'd ask.
It's fair. That's fair. Yeah, you look like you're making some fast friends over there. They're so chatty.
It's pretty new.
All
Why are
right.
they staring at each other? I
Are
don't
they
know what's
called
happening.
game.
Are
They're
they
just
just
kind of looking at each other.
are they both like staring in their both general directions?
Yeah,
at
they're
each
both
other?
just kind of doing the like kind of thing.
It's called game. You'd know
Ash-
if you ever had any.
Ashley's just gonna wave her hand in front of her to see if she's there.
Stop! I think she's about to make a move.
Oh snap!
Aoife, you need to
My
clue
bad.
you need to clue your friends into your basic abilities, or they're gonna keep fucking with you.
I'm having a conversation, and you guys are not able to do this? I'll be in a second. Where's the thing? In my head.
Your brain? It's in here.
That was in my head.
If you can get somebody to make a basic distraction for the person who watches the front of the Thieves Guild tavern, then, yeah, if you can... Also, if you have someone who can climb quickly and quietly, behind the sign above the tavern, I did stash a pouch that you probably want to grab before somebody finds it on accident.
Okay. I'll get to that. And you're sure you're fine? Like, do you any check-in in the future?
I'm fine.
Like,
you know I'm fine.
all right. Yeah. No, that's true.
I'll be totally fine.
Yeah,
Nothing
under control.
bad ever happens to snarky
Oh,
bards
yeah.
in front of paladins.
Yeah, I've never seen anything happen to you.
Not once.
From a good, like,
Oh,
the good 20 feet away or so, there's just sort of, like, a nod, like, thanks for chatting.
Yeah.
Alright, take care of yourself. Check on me when you get back into town, maybe in, like, a week or two, or whenever you get back.
Yes. All right, we'll do that. Probably. You never know with these things. Let's give it a week.
Fair enough. Also, get the beef. It's really good.
I like the crackers.
I don't know if Twang is in the conversation. There's just some staring around. I picture
He's
it just
not.
say.
He just randomly
Just
said
randomly
in the
said.
middle of this, I like the crackers.
Fair enough. You see a couple of quite drunk humans stumble over with a half orc that they have. They're kind of each under one arm, and he doesn't look great. But they stumble up to Nyla. They're just like, are you a holy woman? Are you able to do the holy things? Our friend is cursed. Are you able to uncurse him?
Well, it depends on the type of curse and situation that's happening here. What's the deal?
The half orc pulls up ahead. He's got kind of a well trimmed goatee, a scar on one eyebrow, and he goes, "My curse is I don't know your name."
Amazing.
And his friends get out from under his arms and walk off, and he like stands up and like fixes his shirt. He goes,
Hold on. I need a moment.
Can I share
That was
jealousy?
terrible. I love it.
Was it delivered too well in its terribleness?
Do I need a wisdom save for
Yes,
that?
please do. Please do.
Can I just use a reaction to just jealously stare at him?
Oh no, fuck.
Tense. It's not. It didn't cast a spell.
Yeah.
Ten's fine. You react however you feel you would. Takes
She's
one
so
hair and like
dumb.
kind of
She's so dumb.
runs his fingers through his hair and like gets it fixed, and it's like, I was gonna play a song later. If I got your name, I could make it a little more specific.
Okay, so you can't tell because Nyla is already bright pink. But she is blushing heavily. At this. It's like, I'm Nyla. And what's your name?
They call me Daga.
Sorry, what?
Daga.
Aga. Got it. I'd like to catch Mage Hand invisibly.
You may do so.
And I don't know, does this man's have little like shoelaces essentially?
I like where this is going.
He does. He's wearing sort of like about mid-shin high boots that are laced up. So there's about like a foot of laces that get
I'd like to
fully
tried.
wound when they get put
I
on?
don't know how I could do that so quickly. If I'm allowed to, I would like to unwound them and tie them together as one would.
Go for a sleight of hand check. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
I'll continue describing. It's the boots come up and then they meet the long kilt that he is wearing, which has some built-in like side pouches, and then leading up to a it's sort of a black fabric kilt with then a white fabric loose blouse, if you will.
not bad. It's a 14.
14.
My passive perception is 14.
Yeah. Nyla notices as you get one boot kind of unlaced, but you see him look down at pull his foot away, like he felt something tugging at his shoe.
I just stop him
and just kind of flicks his hair back. Just give me a moment, and kneels down and ties his boot back to normal.
As he's doing that, I real quick look over at Eva and it's like, I let you do your weird I fuck thing with the guy in chains. Let me have this. Thank you.
I just thought that the man could use some humbling. Just a little bit. Nothing to do with you. Just some humbling.
Doggett kind of sits up from being on now on one knee in front of you. And it's just did I hear something about chains? This feels like a third date conversation.
Again, just blows it. She does not know what to do with this information here. Mm-hmm. It's what? No, I don't think anybody said anything about that. No, what? You're so funny. Oh my god.
I am pretty hilarious. I need to get on this song if I'm going to make it appropriate for someone of your immense beauty, so pardon me, Nyla. Stands up, does a minor bow. Catches a glimpse over at Twang, who, though masked, I picture the mask shaking with rage slightly.
Yes, very much so.
Just kind of looks a little confused and then just walks back to his buddies.
Something. Damn it.
Nyla, it's he kind of pauses and looks back and goes, what?
You may be falling for her, but note to self, I have fallen literally in front of her multiple times. I think I win. Go away.
He has fallen a lot of times.
Yes,
he did.
I'm quite good at it.
Reaches down
a
to
door fell on him.
He reaches down to shake your hand, and is just may the best man get her a flower off the top shelf, and then
damn it,
he turns and walks back to his buddies. You see Nyla, you catch the casual sort of high fives and pats on the back, and then make an insight check for me.
Fuck, it's a 9.
Seems super chill about the situation, and is just casually working on some parchment with a bit of pen and ink off to the side. Yeah, it's hard to get a super clear read on someone so suave.
Yeah, no, this is just really, really great. This is just okay. This is a really great day for me.
Really, because no offense, his name kind of fits the way he flirted. Dog.
I don't get it.
It's alright. I don't think you have to.
You both seem to have bad taste.
Wonderful. All right. You all have some bar folk that come around, people dropping off ales and food and whatnot. But you all have a moment to discuss with each other your ideas and plans.
I don't have many ideas. Someone else needs to do this.
All right. I try to speak quietly. See, my friend over there is obviously in a pickle, and I don't know you guys very well, but you seem nice, and I need a couple more hands. I just need to pick something up for them, really. And if any of you like good at climbing, not to twang, but
Damn it.
I could probably handle the climbing, but someone could just be a distraction, essentially.
I have
Then
been
it would be
told
really
I
good to do
am
that.
very distracting.
Yes, I understand. I could get that, absolutely.
Is that a good thing or a
Not
bad
to a
thing?
degree.
Why would it be a bad thing?
Either way, you know?
I don't know. I feel like someone would say that in an attempt to diss you.
Why would
I mean,
anyone
you
ever
are
want to diss
very
me?
distracting in the nicest way possible.
I'm great.
I
Oh,
mean it
dear.
in good winds, but
Oh, quite
See,
true.
anytime anyone would say that about me, they obviously would mean it in a good way. Like,
fair enough.
you're being very silly right now.
I am good at that.
But yes, alright.
So,
Okay,
Yeah, totally.
Alright, I'll try to sketch out a plan real quick. Good night.
are you wanting to
So, like-
head out for that now, or chill at the bar, or
The bar for a second, I don't know. That seems a little rushed.
sounds good?
Well, like, where are we going exactly?
I mean, it's gonna be in front of the Thieves Guild. Just it shouldn't be too hard.
Good
It's like
question.
hidden.
Good question for Chris. What is the Thieves Guild tavern called?
Ooh. Wait. Bad. Nope. Not that one.
I love when somebody hits a random generator and they're like, "Nope."
That's not it.
It's my brain. It was a bad one. Help me hear that too.
The bar cat
Um.
is being quite vocal around you all as you sit with your various like meats and foods.
I saw the beginning of one that I liked. Oh.
I saw your mouth move, but that may have been you reading to yourself. Or it could be the mute goblin that is running around.
Oh no, it's me going the um Sure. Was cauldron. Why not?
What?
The bottomless cauldron.
The bottomless cauldron.
Hmm.
Yes.
Bottomless tops out there.
Fair enough. Man, I have one initial thought from a bad movie, and I'm trying to expel it from my brain, but
Yep.
it keeps
Yep.
popping up.
Yep.
Darn you, Harold and Kumar. Ashy, or rather Vix, the person behind Ashy. Roll a d12 for me.
Alright.
A straight d12 roll.
Ah!
Oh.
A 12! And what?
Most impressive.
I don't know why Chris has covered their camera. I guess we're talking amongst ourselves. Oh, okay, there we go. Aoife,
Yes.
you recognize someone walking up. This is someone who was in the Thieves Guild when you started, and was
Okay.
kind of known for being a pretty ruthless enforcer for when violence needed to happen, which is betrayed by the fact that she's like a young for an elf, and very like thin, like dainty elf woman who was quite known for stabbing people in the kidney, and is walking straight up to your table with a pretty intense look. There's a fairly drunk, like half ogre gentleman who had a pretty large chair, and it looks like he's about to sit down, and she like swipes it and spins it around on the way up to the table, and he like crash falls onto the floor, but looks around and can't figure out that it was her, even though he had a pretty distinctive chair, and just pulls up right in front of you, and he's like, "Eva, darling."
Well, what do you want today? What could you possibly do for me?
I have so many things I wanted from you. So many things. Don't get ahead of yourself, though.
Sorry, nope, that's not...
No, did you know I went straight a while back?
Okay, now repeat that. You said what?
You know I went straight a while back. Not like that.
Got it. No, no.
Not like that.
It's
Ah, baby.
things change over the course of a lifetime. You don't really... I understand.
We're all quite fluid here, I understand. But no, what I'm talking about is I exited our former profession.
Okay, right. I did hear about that. I didn't quite believe it.
Now, you seem to be taking up some arms with some adventuring types, and I was just wondering if you wanted to come down and take a look at my shop.
I didn't think that I heard about your shop. What kind of stuff are you selling?
Mostly the shinies.
These are all obtained reasonably, I guess, if you go straight.
Quite obviously. There's also some specialty items that I could sneak by you. Keys, maps, things that didn't get their proper use in my time.
That all sounds very useful.
Now,
Why are you approaching me? Just because I'm leaving soon?
I didn't know you were leaving soon.
Mm-hmm.
Thought maybe you were gonna stick around and force your way into good graces, but maybe not.
Horse has never been my thing. It's always been more of yours.
Fair enough. But I've got some gems on the northeast side of town. That's our main price point at the moment. I hope you like the name.
Can I like insight check just to be like, just is this like a genuine? You just try and give me information.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's see if I can do it here. Ah,
Yeah. You get the sense that she has exited a life of crime herself, but is now more of an information broker, and is knowing your situation, seeing an opportunity to give you an alternate path for the kind of jobs you do. And,
knowing my situation. Got it.
And also has a shop that sells gems if you need gems.
Okay.
Yeah. Come find Uled's shinies up in the northeast. I'll help you out.
This is surprisingly kind of you.
Surprisingly kind.
Yeah, surprisingly. Don't get it. Yeah.
Yeah. Not the only one who's a little sharp around here.
Fair enough.
All right.
I'll pass along the word.
Good day to you, adventuring types.
Farewell.
Looks over at Ashy, and it's like, what's your ancestry? Asking about the color of dragonborn, color or metallic or what have you of dragonborn you might be.
Gold? Why?
No reason. You all have a good day. Slides the chair back over to the like half ogre gent who's just like, hey, what do you think you're doing? And she just like looks at him, and then his friends just grab his shoulder and go, no, 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 no. He's just like, in the vibe of like when your drunk friend is trying to start stuff with a guy at a bar, and they all recognize the UFC fighter that is the other guy. Very much like, no, 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 nope, nope. Come on, Fred, you're over here now. And she kind of walks out of the bar. But yeah, you know, kind of looking at each other.
So yeah, there's a shop we could go to if we want to do that. Before.
Do you suppose she has uncut jams?
Yeah.
Had to.
Yeah.
Had to. It was there. I
Why
had
didn't
to.
really ask about my scales?
I don't know.
I could
I'm
not tell
pink.
you.
What are your scale?
Gold, I just said.
I'm not sure. Heard that.
Ashy, do you want to make an insight check?
Okay.
Ooh. Plus whatever your modifier is for insight.
Which? -1, so 13.
13. Yeah, you get you didn't pick up like a prejudice or anything. There's something about being descended from gold dragons specifically that it kind of piqued her attention, but she didn't, specify. So she knows something involving gold dragon ancestry that might be useful information at some point, but she did not share it readily.
Sus.
Yeah, that whole thing was really weird. Like, I can't tell if she hated you or if y'all were about to, like, go find a place or something. That was a whole deal.
I wouldn't mind.
Oh. I don't judge.
Okay, we have a store to go to, and we have to go do something outside of. We have to go do something outside of the Thieves Guild. And are there any other random people who are about to show up and give us tasks?
If I knew, I would tell you.
You all hear the strumming of a bard's instrument,
Oh God.
picking up louder and louder as
Oh no.
That'd be amazing.
half-orc, slick back hair, kilt-wearing gent with some good old black boots and a white ruffly shirt, hops up on a chair and 1 foot up on a table, and it's just...
Oh God, it's not even like a stage or anything.
You see like a different bard who was kind of just lightly playing by the fireplace, kind of look a little confused at why he didn't like go over to where it's kind of the pseudo stage, but starts strumming away and is like, Nyla, won't you be Nyla? And the rest of it is about of a similar quality. It's a very hastily thought of rhymes and puns, with a good lord, but when you roll 20 plus on a performance check, the poor writing is almost endearing. He clearly wrote this since meeting you 20 minutes ago, and has thrown it together as quickly as it possibly could to have something that could go.
Very talented instrumentalist. The lyrics could use some work.
This is real bad, but it's just so sweet. Oh my God. Bless him. Not really. I'm saving that slot.
Saving that slot. Boom.
Yeah, you are.
Hey. Oh, fun times. Yeah. So you all don't really have anything else to do here. As far the fanfare has died down after a couple hours. The bar has kind of rotated people in and out. Those who are buying you drinks have moved on with their day. And the day is getting into the later afternoon, early evening situation. The night bar patrons are starting to file in. So, there's a little time left in the day if you wanted to go accomplish something.
Yeah. Yeah, if you wouldn't mind, I think we probably just grab the thing now before someone else finds it. And of course, after this, I'll owe you.
Okay.
I will do it for free. You seem quite nice.
That's very kind of you. Oh, I just get up and start heading towards the area, I suppose.
Right.
I shall follow.
Bar patron comes and grabs the plates of food that were handed over for free because other people bought y'all's meals after your performance. Heading out into the city itself built on a not fully artificial island where there is sort of like a sandbar in the opening of the river that comes in through the mountains. But extra boulders and other fill rocks had been brought in to kind of stabilize the foundation before building this port city that is essentially surrounded on all sides by water, with bridges that are tall enough to allow for ships to go under, with many ports all around. Coming down the main street, you do see a couple places, one of which you do see an elderly female dragonborn kind of chilling outside of her shop. Aoife would be familiar with her somewhat. This is Lily, and she kind of has a general goods store for mundane equipment kind of things. But if you needed rope or a grappling hook or rations or any basics for traveling, she's kind of the one that's hanging out there. Recognizes Aoife as she walks by. Aoife, dear.
Yes, hi.
I found something you might like.
Did you know?
You could come
I'm
in.
flattered.
We're one of your some other Scaleborn in town. Wonderful. Your friend here. Laura, does Nyla have like a shield that just has Bahamut on it, or it's
yes,
pretty much?
Yes,
all right,
she does.
pretty much in your face, Bahamut, holy person. Looks over at Nyla and goes, "I have something you really might like." Opens the door to the shop, and you all walk in. There's sort of another shop cat that is kind of chilling in the corner. She hops behind just a simple wood frame, almost like a reclaimed bar front that's used in the shop. Pulls up this pewter longsword and as she unsheaths it, there's draconic runes all the way down the blade. She goes, "Now I've had it checked. It's not magical. So it's only gonna cost you about 25 gold pieces, but it seems like quite a piece." Aoife, I saw this and I thought of you, and pulls up a cloak, and it's just trimmed with rabbit fur, up in a few key places. So it's got a nice floof on some of the contact points, at the neck and on the edges where it would rub up against anywhere. So
Before I say that's extremely kind of you, how much is it gonna run me for?
Well, I've got two of them in two different sizes, and they're 25 gold each.
What if...
Oh, I think I forgot to add to chat. Everyone should have 50 gold on them.
Ah.
Yeah.
I'm not poor.
It turns out.
It turns out.
There's also on the wall a portrait of a female half-orc in like a general's uniform, like some sort of military person. And then the frame seems like a really nice, well-sanded wood inlaid with like silver etching. And there's like, as you look around, there's equipment packs, and there's a barrel off to the side, and a note on the sign in front of it just says "sack of sacks" for 2 gold, and it seems like there's stuffed full sacks in the barrel. It's like
Quite the accomplishment.
Well, chosen of Bahamut, are you looking for a dragon rune sword to carry through your adventures?
I might be, but I am only proficient in simple weapons.
Well, something to have on you in case an opportunity to enchant finds itself. Plus, there's always practice.
If we buy the things together, could we maybe knock off a few gold?
Make persuasion check for me.
Okay.
With advantage, you know her.
I'll do it in the thingy thing. Where's my... Persuasion. Okay, 1.
Persuasion. And then
2.
go ahead and roll again for the advantage side of things. There's also a toggle somewhere for that.
Ooh.
Ooh.
30.
Tell you what. It's not often someone I know comes in with someone who's sized appropriately for both of these cloaks. And I can respect a holy woman carrying around Bahamut's symbol so, frankly, brazenly. Let's knock down all 3 to 50 gold.
All right, I'll do that. I'll put in my 25 for that.
25 from Aoife. Twang, you recognize that Aoife and you would be wearing matching cloaks with this transaction going forward.
Yes.
Hope restored to the kobolds.
I just imagine she puts down her gold and then Twang is like hopping, trying to put his
Yeah, I
money on
just
the
like,
counter.
immediately throw it up on the counter.
All right, Twang and Aoife both put up 25 gold. So Aoife and Twang each get the rabbit fur cloak and a pewter longsword with draconic runes for Nyla. Nyla, you wield magic. You recognize this is something that probably could be enchanted, although it does not seem to be currently.
What would I mark? Rabbit cloak.
Yeah, it's a cloak trimmed with rabbit fur.
Looks nice.
Cozy cloak. Mm-hmm. It's a cloak of coziness.
It's a cloak of cozy.
What are they called? Oh, they're like big snuggies. What are they?
We'll say advantage against intimidation. Advantage on intimidation against rabbits and rabbit folk.
Those rabbits don't stand a chance.
Because otherwise, being a 7-foot-tall dragonborn,
Yeah.
nah, they're gonna look at you like, fuck off.
This
I don't
rabbit's
care
gonna-
about that shit.
Rabbit's gonna look up.
Barely something smaller than me. This is great.
Now I just picture a rabbit looking at me like, what?
It's for the vibes.
It's for the vibes. It's all about the vibes. If y'all have anything else like PHB related you would like to grab out of the shop with some gold, go for it. Otherwise, y'all can exit and move along. again, bustling city streets, even as it's getting closer to the evening, of just people moving all about, heavy trade going on, people trying to make use of that last daylight hour to make the deals that they've been, sitting on for a while.
Is there any ammo?
What?
Is there any ammo?
Like gun ammo?
Yeah.
Make an investigation check.
Alright.
Ooh,
3.
what's your investigation?
3. You do find someone who's just like, you recognize a pirate vibe pretty easily. And there is a piratiest pirate man that anyone has ever seen, who is this little, like, half-rotted wood cart set up right near a dock where there is apparently his small ship. And there's this gnome with, like, gray hair and one eye. The patch that he used to have over the eye is kind of falling out of place, not working great to cover it up, and it catches your eye as you walk up, and he's got sort of like, looks like pretty weathered, like, pirate gear that has been set up on display to sell, and he's just like, so you're looking for ammunition?
Yes.
You'll like this. All right. Pulls up a little tray with looks like 10 pre-packed rounds. It's like, it took me a while to get it right, but you pre-pack the rounds with these little shells, and you can just pop it in, pow, and off it goes. Now these 5 are regular. All right, it'll cost you 3 gold for those. These 5 are silent shots. I had a rune master imprint on them so that they wouldn't make any noise. You can imagine the usefulness of getting a shot off with no one hearing. It's going to be 30 gold for these ones. That's 37 gold altogether.
Anything I can do to make it less?
Maybe. I have someone I need dead.
Okay.
It's a very chatty baby.
As they're talking about killing someone, there's just a little baby.
I was pausing so my wife could get, like, baby shoes and, like, gear and stuff. That's kind of, in hindsight, a poor decision to be right over here. But then as she's walking away, there's just da 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 da, and I was like, come on, buddy, you're killing me. Anyways, leans in and is like, so, I don't know if you knew this, but there's an expedition about.
Okay.
There's a pirate crew, a whole crew has gone landlubber. They need to fall. All of them.
How many?
14 at my count when they came through. That's why I'm down to 10 rounds of ammunition here. They resupplied on their way out of town.
And how much would it be if I dealt with them?
If you're using these rounds to kill them, I can give you quite a discount. We'll call it 39 gold pieces for the whole set.
Okay. I'll do it.
Very good. 39 gold pieces. Mark off five regular rounds. Put an asterisk next to it. And then 5 silent shot rounds with an asterisk.
Okay.
Okie doke. You all kind of looking at the shops around there, and carts that have been quickly set up. You do come up to the bottomless cauldron. The symbol for which there is a cauldron and there is a witch next to it, and the wind has caught their like robe, and they're like covering up their crotch as they have no bottoms underneath the robe. The the pun hits hard. Walking in, it looks like a regular tavern. People getting drinks and food, and there's not much going on. I would say anybody could make a perception. Let's have everybody make a perception check. Perception check.
I just want to say that I know now what Harold and Kumar thing you were thinking of.
Yes. Yeah.
15.
Perception.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Oh.
trash.
Twang.
Alright, Dwayne.
And that comes with a modifier of +5. So 25.
My goodness. Everybody rolled pretty good. Chris, yours is a bit lower because it's about you. So really, everybody succeeded. Twang just succeeded super hard. So everybody notices that several of the patrons, aside from the people that look like regular people that have like wandered in, tourists, traveling merchants, and just locals getting a drink and some food, the other set of people have their eyes trained immediately on Aoife as she walks in, not to the exclusion of the rest of you, it seems, and it's just like eyes trained, just keeping a bead on her very directly. Twang, you sizing up the room also notice that they keep their logs and kindling for their fire not safely distant from the fireplace. It wouldn't take much of a nudge to establish a situation where a fire will start on the interior of this building in a way that will, if nothing else, be extremely distracting.
Haha.
Not bad.
You do see one kind of brutish figure in particular kind of walk up to Aoife and just be like, "Well, so you think you're welcome here?"
I've never really tried to listen to you about where I'm able to go, but what if I fancy a drink?
Technically, nothing wrong with that.
Mm-hmm.
Technically. But sure. If you got a free gold piece, we can get you an ale.
I'll toss a gold piece out. Hold on. Yeah.
Catches it.
Yeah, no.
Takes the gold and goes, almost like begrudgingly, respectfully, kind of looks back at you, goes, "We'll get you that ale. Get yourself a table.
Thank you.
Walks over back behind the counter.
On my way in, am I able to spot like the location that Joa had mentioned? Like, can I maybe not see the actual thing, but do I know?
Right. No, you see where the
Right,
sign. You see where the sign is, and you could see how someone could stash something up there, but it's going to be like a. You're going to need a sec to like find the purchase to get up there to search and see if you can find it.
Okay. How am I going to do this? If I'm telepathically speak to Twang real quick.
Cool. In your brain, Twang.
Yeah. Hello. It's just me. Calm down. Don't make a spectacle of it. I noticed. I think you saw something around the area that might be helpful to me.
Could I just point towards it?
Yeah, you can just point
Since
at the fire.
He cannot be
Yeah, he can point at
telepathic, I imagine. Just gesture towards it.
Nyla and Ashi, picture sitting there with no context. Twain just kind of perk up and then just point at the fireplace.
Actually, will look at it as if she's just trying to direct everyone at it.
Right. Everybody obviously turning and looking at the fireplace.
Like, yeah, it's a fire.
Look next to it.
I look next to it.
You can kind of see that whoever stacked the like logs and kindling last time wasn't very careful about it, and it's kind of close to the fire.
Yeah, it's a little fine. You'd handle the distraction part. At any point in time, I'll take that.
So you want me to make a scene?
If you are comfortable with it, yes.
I could fall over again. Apparently, that's very funny.
Yes,
It is very funny.
I was not talking to you. I'm sorry.
Is there anything near the kindling and stuff that was just like a better reason for him to be walking over there?
I mean, people walk. It's a bar. People walk around, and some people come in and like warm themselves by the fire and then move on to their table.
All right.
Not unheard of for someone to go next to the fire.
I don't feel like I would want to start a fire, at least yet. Because I don't want to make a huge problem.
Fair enough.
If we want everyone to look over at the fire, we can get them to look over at the fire. Like,
yeah.
What's your favorite color?
Gray.
Gray.
Gray? Really?
I am very
Really?
basic.
Thaumaturgy, the fire goes completely gray.
People immediately catch attention over there.
People are looking at the fire.
Yeah.
I don't know, can I make a perception check to see if anyone is... If everyone is assertively over there, looking over there.
I mean, it catches everybody's attention for a moment, yeah.
Yeah.
I was about to say, could Twang just walk over there and try and put on this act that it was him that did it?
Yeah, make a deception
Yeah.
check for me.
What am I doing?
Deception check.
Oh boy.
I'd say performance.
It could be, it's a little, well, it could column A or column B. They're both charisma checks.
Either are probably bad.
Yeah.
Either are bad.
I'm
Yeah.
scared. Oh no.
I don't remember Twang's charisma check bonuses.
My charisma is a flat 0, so
So
It's a 3.
3 it is.
Solid 3.
I would like to point out, every time Twang has attempted anything in front of Nyla, he has failed
I don't look
miserably.
very good.
And it just continues.
This is fair. The session 0, Three Stooges video that was essentially all packed into one kobold. There's a lot of "Behold what I have wrought," and people are just gonna
Look
look.
upon this fire. It is not red anymore. It is gray. That's cool.
I'm going to put it into his head. I just doing that while I see that no one's caring.
Yeah.
All over. Knock over the things.
Oh no. Can he, in his display, move his arms and accidentally hit the wood?
Sure, make a sleight of hand check for me.
Oh
This
boy.
is sort of like a reverse persuasion.
I will eventually stop
or reverse
messing up, I
performance.
promise. Damn it!
You messed up messing up!
You only roll low when you stab others.
What's your total? Because sleight of hand, I assume, is better than other stuff.
For sleight of hand, we have a +4.
Okay,
Oh,
so
that's
it's
better.
8. Well, it creates more of a distraction this time. You don't really convince anybody that it's super accidental. It sort of just happens, and then the edge of your new cloak catches fire. As you haven't caught,
Oh man.
you haven't quite caught the range on it as of yet. You smell the smoke pretty quick, and you're just like and go to start patting it out.
Genuinely, I think
probably
that is
fine.
good.
One of the larger patrons or staff, it's hard to tell, they all do dress similar, kind of just like goes to like pick you up, essentially one large hand over the shoulder, picks you up and goes, "I think you better find another place to drink."
Oh man.
Starts
I agree.
walking you out the door, and just puts you outside. You can hear him yell back into the place. You go, "Please, no more starting of fires. Any magics you wish to do for entertainment, please step up and do them in a way that's entertaining." And then just shuts the door, walks
I
back
will
in.
just sit outside.
Yep. You feel the first couple of beads of rain begin to fall.
Ow!
A light sea drizzle has begun. But you have a moment where you realize you've sort of failed in the task in front of everyone, but now that you're outside, the sort of bouncer who like took you out has walked back in. There's no one directly observing you anymore, and you know that the whole reason you all are there is to grab something from behind the sign that's above the door.
Oh no, I have to climb again?
There's a chance at redemption up there.
Oh no!
And no one's watching this time.
Mhm.
Yes, there's no more pressure. This is great.
That's a crit.
Draco. I will attempt to climb to where I need to be.
Nice. We're gonna go acrobatics on this. There's plenty of footholds and ways to like bounce about to make it happen.
Okay, and acrobatics would be a +6. So 8 + 6, 14.
14. Not crazy impressive. You don't make like record time, but you do kind of just round the corner, find a couple crates, hop up to a little ledge, shimmy over, and eventually find yourself up by the sign.
So I'm looking for something out of place, it seems.
Give me an investigation check.
Alright. And that would be 13 plus 1. 14 again.
14. It's because you know where you're looking for, it's not as difficult. You do find a slat of the siding that is a little loose. You kind of pop it free, and you can see the cloth of like a small sack that has been tucked away back there. You assume this is probably the thing.
Well, I think I would try and take it.
Yep.
And to not be suspicious on top of somewhere I'm definitely not supposed to be.
Right.
I've already made a pretty bad impression. I don't think they need to see me on their building.
I want to give me a stealth check.
Alright. And that comes with a +6, so...
Oh,
that's a 24.
This whole process, some of it not as graceful as you would have liked, but you have somehow evaded the perception of everyone passing by, including the bouncer who comes back outside and takes a active look around out for you, and doesn't see you. And you have slunk your way back to ground level, like at the rear of the tavern.
I'm content. I will just sit there and wait.
Mm-hmm. You have the small sack in your arms. Are you gonna peek inside or anything?
I mean, I could try to, like, gesture to the rest of the gang.
Like, find a window and try to wave at them.
Can he just, like, peer over, but, like, he's small, so, like, only his head sticks out? You just see, like, a mask pressed against the window.
Right.
Can I, like,
fucking horrifying. That's so... No.
It's just the plague doctor mask, just like...
Can I just, like, hold it up and, like, wiggle it a bit?
Right. The other three of you, give me perception checks.
Oh. Percept. Bad.
Vix, Ashy does notice the twang mask in the window. Nobody else seems to notice, but the way it frantically waves back and forth, you kind of get the sense that the mission has been accomplished, and anytime you all want to sneak out is probably a good time.
I'm gonna point and be like, I think you got it.
Aoife and Nyla, with someone pointing over and like gesturing at the window, pretty easy to see before the mask tucks down. But yeah, you have received the signal. Aoife, you have received your ale. Make an insight check for me.
Okay.
It's gonna get overcharged if we try to drink here.
That's what you got from this.
Seems like bottom of the barrel ale, and you all had some pretty nice drinks not that long ago.
Yeah.
You feel like even though you spent a gold on it,
Yeah.
it might be good to pass on.
I am still going to down it.
Nice.
And I
Definitely
would,
spit in that. Don't do it.
Would like to locate the man who confronted me when we walked in.
Yeah.
Like, what would he be doing right now?
You would know him as Everett.
Everett.
Yeah, Everett. He sort of runs the tavern side of things over here. Sort of a tall, stocky dwarf man. And you kind of approach. Make a Constitution saving throw for me.
Okay. I'll do it all here. Saving throw.
Not terrible. You're just feeling like you've had several drinks in like a short period of time and have had some anxiety increasing interactions, and so you are not feeling amazing, but you're not like puking or anything.
Can I, before as I'm walking up, create a situation where I put the mug that I drank out of.
Mhm.
Kind of. Oh, how am I wanted to do this. I want to put it in on the ground somewhere where, without him noticing, and he's gonna trip over it as some kind of a distraction. And I want to brush past him and try to steal a gold coin.
Ooh, okay.
This is really dumb. We're in a thieves guild, but
Right.
So stupid. It's so stupid.
I've never been known.
Do you like tell the rest of the group to like head out while you go to like
Yeah,
basically put
absolutely.
your
I don't
mug?
want to sit here.
I'm gonna bust my table. You guys head outside, kind of situation.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put my.
Okay, Nyla's been like just changing, like sort of been just changing the color of the fire and stuff, and like making it bright and dim, and just doing all the thaumaturgy
It's
shit.
fun.
There's a couple of like older fellows, and one seems really over it, and the other one is just like blue, and then it goes blue. And goes. Eva, give me start with a sleight of hand check.
Right. All right. Okay. I'm assuming the one on the left is the straight roll.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's with your +5.
Wait.
It's a 7.
What is the 16 on the other side for?
That's if you had advantage, you would say.
Why did I rock advantage?
Huh?
Hold on.
You
Why
have.
do I have?
I think you have advantage toggled probably on the character sheet.
I have disadvantage toggled.
Ah, okay.
Can I roll
That's
normally?
Well, whenever that happens, we just take the left.
Okay.
We just sort of ignore the highlighting. But yeah, it's the left.
I see.
So 7 is kind of funny.
I don't know.
They
itself.
you successfully like
Your pitch thrown out.
you kind of successfully like you wait for him to like look away from you for a second, and then you place the mug where you think his foot's gonna go. And then as you kind of sit up next to him, he's just like, what? And you go to like get the coin out of his pocket, and your hand gets grabbed, and that you see another person just like reach down and like pick up the mug and then place it on the bar. And he just looks down at you and goes, I'm starting to believe that you didn't steal from me because I don't think you could.
Maybe that's the plan.
That doesn't make sense. But still, out. Him and somebody else. After Ashy and Nyla have already managed to get outside, but you get thrown out, and just goes like, month ban, no jobs, no coin. Get out. And the door kind of slams shut.
Well, I'm not the only one that got kicked out.
Feels like it could have gone better.
Not the first time.
Well, I do have some news.
Ooh.
Can he just hold it up?
Opens the cloak, and there's like the sack that's kind of a small sack stored in there.
Oh, nice. And I'll just
You'll kind of slink
hold
off.
my hand out.
Well, you're right in front of the bar still. I would assume you'll kind of move along a little bit.
Yep.
The notes. I'm trying to have those this time. Uled's place, the elf woman who popped in on you at the last tavern. Her shop would be right in the area. As you all kind of find a hidden spot off to the corner, you're kind of in eyesight of it. It just says Uled's Shinies, with sort of looks like glass beads have been worked into the sign, so they kind of glisten like gems. The light rain is kind of coming down on everybody. You pop open the sack, and there is a, kind of to your surprise, just because it's odd, it doesn't seem to fit any of the people involved, but there is a pair of gauntlets. They are a mix of polished steel with some gold etching. And you don't know why metal gauntlets would be involved in any way, shape, or form on, like, Thieves Guild folk or your bard friend. Like, this doesn't match. This is, like, it would probably look appropriate on Nyla, and that's about it of, like, anyone you've seen recently. Or maybe the knight that captured your friend.
Did I grab the wrong one?
Did he steal this from someone?
No, it was just on the roof. I went where you told me to, and there was this. Now I have it. That's
Whatever he did. I don't know what it's for either. But
well, I mean, I believe this would be for you anyway. So, you
all
can
right.
take it.
Mostly just for safekeeping until he can get it back anyways.
Yeah, you
I
should
guess
not
I'll
trust
grab
me.
it. Yeah.
Does anybody else like know like magic or anything?
Or like what?
Hmm.
What kind of magic?
It's like something to maybe identify what this item is, because this seems really weird. Because I can't do that, but other magic type people might.
I cannot.
Nope. That's not my wheelhouse.
Anybody know any magic type people in the
Do
area?
I know?
Ava, make a history check for me.
Oh, I'm gonna use mine. His story.
Yeah. His story.
9.
No, you only really know of, you know of rumors that when Uled was active in the Thieves Guild, that she dealt in, like, acquiring magic items, but you don't know of anybody who can, like, actually identify them.
Can I roll?
As she would be... Yeah, history check, I'd say with disadvantage on this. You don't
Okay.
actually know that many people in the area. And so one more roll. Oh, that's still pretty
Oh
good.
wow.
Oh yeah, because you have a -1. Aoife kind of thinks out loud the point about Uled, and you do know Uled had a reputation among pirates, as she's been kind of the former crime person who's gone straight here at the port city, but she is the contact for if you find magic stuff and need to, like, have a first step at fencing it. She's the one to go to. So she actually would maybe be a good idea, because that seems like it's something that she has access to.
Well, you could try asking this lady since we're nearby.
And I would know, like, this thing seems to be like a stolen thing. Yeah.
Seems to be. That's the only reason for someone to be in trouble and having to stash
Yeah.
it. It seems like
So-
something that got swiped.
Would I want you bring it to someone to identify it?
I mean, Uled would make sense, as she just expressly invited you to come get some Thieves Guild type missions.
Okay.
So it seems like the person either
Alright.
can or knows someone who can.
Right. All right, well, let's do that because I don't want to hold something I don't.
Yep.
Uh,
The rain starts to pick up. People like pop up their hoods to try to keep some of the wetness off of them. And you slide into the shop. She is there already, as is there's another woman who seems to like turn away as people enter the shop, and kind of pull her cloak back up as you all are kind of like cloak hoods coming down as you get inside. And Uled kind of looks over and goes, "Well, that didn't take you very long, did it?"
No, it's pretty in plain sight, it seemed, but I had a little bit of help.
Fair. New adventures, always fun to bring along. Holy woman, are you in need of diamonds?
I mean, if you have diamonds, I wouldn't say no to diamonds.
I have a few for sale. I always like to keep an eye out for holy folk like yourself. You're always looking for these little shinies. Some sort of miracles of some sort. Brings you over to her like glass case, and you can see that there is sort of a small diamonds section. There are 2 listed at 100 gold and 1 listed at 50 gold.
I just got a sword. I don't have the gold for it. However, that whole interchange that Ued had with Aoife was like fully in front of us, right? There wasn't like magical shenanigans, right?
100%. Not even trying to hide it.
Okay. Cool. Great. So Nyla comes over and looks at it. Also, I don't think I even have anything in my spell list that I would need that for. Yeah.
I think you have I put 25 down for the coat, and I think Twang put 25. So I don't know that you.
Yeah, Nyla would still be sitting on 50.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Shit. Okay.
So you know. But you also don't need to buy it.
Yep.
No, I do. Go ahead.
Uled kind of sees you like kind of looking and considering, and then turns over to Ashy and seems to size Ashy up, which she's been doing extremely effectively at every interaction you've seen thus far. But she kind of leans over across the counter and is just like, "Now, a druid like yourself is probably going to want something like this," and reaches under the counter and pulls up this vial of like green like sand. He goes, "This jade dust, I think, is a component for one of your more powerful spells. A lady of nature needs her materials, does she not?"
Me?
Yeah.
I'm not a druid.
Oh. Shit. Eva, you spot the very rare misread from from Uled. She's always nailing it with everyone.
She holds up her gun and is just like, I'm a ranger.
Yeah, no, there's a nat 1 involved here. And there's he goes, "Oh, it's won't never mind. If you have a friend that needs some, point over this way." Anyways, is he kind of visibly embarrassed by the misread? What can I do for you? You all seem to come here with some kind of purpose. What'd it be then?
I pull a pouch. Wondering if you do me a favor here.
Favors?
Quick one here. Just Can you, or do you know anyone who could identify what these are? And, uncover.
Eyes kind of dart off to the side. Kathy. Turning around, you see the hooded figure pull back, and you can see a female dwarf who has been pretty horribly scarred across the face and shoulder, and you can see that as she goes and like pulls the hood down, you can see one of the hands is fully metallic but articulated. Like all of the individual knuckles and pieces, it seems the hand or possibly part of the arm is completely missing and has been replaced. And he kind of comes over, and the scarring running across the face, you can see an eye has also been replaced. But it seems to move and track with the other one. And just goes, "Dragon folk!
Yep.
So you need magic identified."
Yes.
Also, yes.
Rad!
Two.
Oh, what's this on your shield? It's like a full dragon head.
Nyla is immediately excited because no one ever wants to talk about Bahamut. Have you heard of the Grace of the Platinum Dragon?
A platinum dragon.
Platinum Dragon.
That sounds
dragon.
expensive.
Yes, it does, but also holy and sacred.
Oh, I don't know anything about any of that. But
Would you like to?
I don't know. Maybe. Maybe. Holy and sacred sounds counterproductive to a lot of what I do. So I don't know for sure. I'll have to get back to you on that.
Fair enough.
Meantime, I need the black pearl. And Uled's like, favors. Everybody's wanting favors. Why does everyone want and expect favors from me? I am running a business here. If you need the gem, you need to buy it. Cather kind of like, tell you what. You all like trinkets?
Yes.
Yes.
If you can spot me some gold for this pearl, then I can identify that thing. And then we can go over to my shop. And guess what? You'll have credit.
How
Sure.
much?
Uled's like, dearie, that's 100 gold pearl there. Uled's like, Kathir, like, I have 50. I just need another 50.
I have 30 left.
I have 50. Like, I'm just.
Put down like 10.
I just need another 50.
Okay. Yeah, no, Nyla really wants this to happen, and so Nyla's just gonna be like, I mean, okay, no, it's like nobody else needs to. Like, I can totally handle this. This is great. Here.
Nice! Takes your 50 and her 50, hands it over, and the pearl is handed back over. Which she promptly is like, all right, come on. Oh, that new pearl smell. Oh. All right. Traces some glyphs over the item. They go kind of 3D. She goes, ooh, okay. Well, I can't speak to the ethics of their creation, but they are pretty great. Who needs to be strong? There's like a shrug
Kind of
from
all of us.
Aoife, kind of a shrug from Twang, kind of a shrug
Read
from
it.
Ashy.
Probably Nyla.
Nyla did give the 50 gold, so she just instinctually kind of hands the gauntlets over to Nyla. Slap those on, think about them real hard, don't think too much about how they got made, and you're going to feel real tough and buff here in just a minute.
Feel like I need to know how they got made.
You don't. Do ya?
I do. I really do.
Like, did you ask how your meat was farmed for dinner?
We consume.
Yeah,
I mean, I have a mimic that is going to eat my hand shortly. I mean, I don't particularly mind disgusting things.
I didn't follow all of that, and I don't need to. So...
So no, I need to know. I'm gonna need you to tell me because I'm not putting these on if I don't know.
Well, you'll be comforted to know a star of Elysium fell, the holy other plane of existence, where the many positive and good deities reside. A fragment of metal fell from their heavens into our world and was then found, forged and tempered with the blood of some ogres that had been harassing a nearby town, and that as it cooled and was formed, these gauntlets gave the strength of said ogres to their wearers. So if you're pretty okay with some ogres who probably had it coming, having died for their creation, then you're all set.
Fuck. Okay.
Nyla doesn't know if her god's cool with this. Doesn't know it's not cool.
I'm not religious.
That doesn't.
They might be very big on me, though.
The Cather kind of turns and goes, they resize when you get attuned to them. It shouldn't be a problem.
But this feels like a you thing, bro.
I mean, I'm not particularly against it. I like punching things.
Handed
Sure, why
over to Twang, the gauntlets of ogre power. Twang has a moment to attune to these as you all kind of chill for a second. Your strength becomes 19. Modifier goes to +4. And you do have the option to use strength instead of dexterity for your punching capabilities. So
That's
Nice.
true.
mm-hmm.
Jesus. Not a bad deal.
the one person who rolled like a god for all the stats then ends up with the set your strength to 19 item.
Yay!
I'm gonna get in trouble for it. I'm not taking it.
Not many people like me, so I see no downside here. Here.
Amazing.
How can you see a downside? You're so small.
It helps at points, and also doesn't.
Kathir turns back to Uled. He goes, I'm going to take these fine folk over to my shop, if you don't mind. Uled's like, Aoife, did you want to pick anything up, dearie?
Did you have anything that might be of interest for me?
Oh, certain things, certain places. In Thieves' Cant communicates over that she has some maps and some keys that would help you for a stealing stuff kind of job if you're interested.
I'd like to look around, yes.
Fair enough. Might not be something for the eyes of all of your compatriots if they want to follow Cather over to her little shop.
Alright, it's not too far. Why not?
Dade.
follow.
The three of you follow Cather over to her shop while Aoife kind of hangs back. It's like, all right, so I got a thieving job, I got a breaking and entering job, and then I've got a kind of an interesting job as well. I need 100 gold finding fee for all these.
Finding fee.
Indeed. I'm not just handing these plants over to anybody.
That's all well and good. I'm hear what you have to say about them first, but I'd have to discuss some things with the others if I'm going to do that.
Well, why don't you go handle that first? I don't have too many folk coming and breaking down my door trying to look for things. Your former
Alright.
establishment seems to get most of the business.
Yeah, they would.
Fair enough. Well, go catch
Yeah,
up with
so
your
I think-
friends. Come back when you have some coin.
Alright.
Nyla and Ashy, make perception checks for me.
23.
I missed the 23 for Nyla. Ashy, sadly, probably doesn't notice. Nyla, as you all are getting closer to the edge of town, this shop that you're being led to seems like it's under like kind of new construction. You're getting quite near a bridge that leads out to the land, where you do see a familiar silver scale dragonborn fellow is stopping at the kind of in-town stables where people drop off their animals as they enter town. He spots you as you all are approaching, and seems keen to try to talk to you again.
Shit, we're gonna get guilt tripped again.
Scale Sisters!
Hi!
Hello! Wonderful to see you! Are you entering the path, after all, or what brings you to this side of town?
Shopping.
Oh, yes. I've recently resupplied and about to hit the road. I wish all of you fine travels. There's if you're heading up the mountain pass, you can go by foot over the hills, or as I am doing, follow the path. It's a little longer, goes around, but I have a special mount to help me with that. So, I hope I'll see you all on the road, possibly on my way back from the summit.
The goal here is it like personal enlightenment?
Eva's kind of catching up with the group at this point, yeah. Oh, yes, excuse me, I'll get my hood up for the rain. Yes, of course, there's a connection to our ancestry up there, and the Dracovum itself is said to be the once great location of a conflict between the dragon gods themselves, before, as it was formed in a battle between Bahamut and Tiamat themselves. So go the legends, but there is a spiritual connection with our ancestry that can be felt up there, and it's quite useful. I've found a group of travelers. They've left before me, but I'll be catching up quickly, and they have a more academic interest in the location, but traveling in a group is always, of course, better for safety.
Makes sense.
There's a call from a couple yards away of a stable hand who's like, sir, your animal. I think we'll need your assistance. And they hear like a ah! Ah! Definitely need your assistance. He goes, sorry, just a moment. You see him walk over and from behind like a fence gate guides out a horse-sized panther with these curling tusks that come out, and what's best described as goat eyes, but massive, from like a very strange looking predator that has a pretty exotically formed saddle attached on the back. And Wormling, come on, leave the poor man alone. Guides up this creature, sort of half gorgeous beast, half demonic looking predator cat. My little wormling here can get pretty quick on the road, so I have no doubts I'll be catching up to my compatriots shortly. But I'll have to bid you adieu. I do need to hit the road before it gets too late. This rain's not going to be great for the moonlight.
Fucking Moorbounder.
Yeah, Moorbounder.
It's a swamp panther.
Yeah, it is. Moorbounder. I have minis that I've used before, and they're not Moorbounder minis, but there's some other mini.
Right.
Oh, that's fine. You do have dark vision, actually.
I do. I'm just trying to set it up so I remind myself.
Yeah, you have the owl ring that has your dark vision. That's pretty good. So you're picking up all the.
Oh my god.
Roll
Double
for
dark vision. Dark vision.
I've got double dark vision. Not seeing anyone like volunteering to come along or anything. He just sort of nods and says like, "Well, good travels to you, my scale siblings, and honored friend."
Hi.
Yeah, keep these great worms among you safe and protected, little one, and
Absolutely.
blood of the ancestors serve you well. And he kind of mounts up on his giant cat. It bounds away at a pretty insane speed, easily double the speed of a horse, and hits top speed almost instantaneously, but just almost instantly across the bridge to the other shore, and then out of sight through the rain and off onto the road.
Wild.
Kathir invites you in to her shop. Like, come out of the rain. You can tell me about this Bahamut. Bahamlet?
I was very excited. She's like, yes, wonderful.
All right. What's this Bahamlet all about? Guides you in. You can see all sorts of trinkets and random assortments of things. Hastily chiseled runes into like wooden swords. Just a bunch of random bullcrap all over the place. And she kind of pulls up a couple of stools at the like sort of bar-like structure that people can sit up against, as she like pulls out the pearl and gets it set into a little like almost like a wooden cutting board situation, and then gets the pearl set in. It's like, it's almost ready. It's so close. So, let's see. I owe you all a favor. Approximately 50 gold of a favor. Just throwing out
Great.
about that. So, are you all looking for anything in particular? I have an attack wand for spellcasters. Caster?
No.
Not really? Sort
I
of?
can be. Yeah.
A bit?
Do you have anything druid related, since I apparently look like one?
I saw that. That was hilarious. She's usually pretty dead on, so when she screws up, it's pretty funny. I will be lording that over her for about a week and a half. That's about an appropriate amount of time, I think.
If I'm ever around, I'll help you.
Wonderful. If you have another 240 gold or so, I have this assassin's stiletto. Pulls up a thin dagger. It has sort of a swirl of blue rock up the blade, and then a well polished pommel gem on it. It said that every foe you slay with this is consumed by shadows. Perfect for one of you who wants to not leave any traces of your kills behind. No? Nobody?
Maybe on our way back
I
in.
don't have enough money and I like evidence.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. If you enjoy
What?
evidence. Let's see here. Let's see here. If you would like, this seems useful. There is a unique couple of scrolls I have. One is for it's called a Leomon's Tiny Hut. It is a special spell for you to have an enclosed structure to rest in for a full 8-hour period. Plenty to have a nice, safe rest on the road. It's a mere 200 gold pieces. I see noses that have stuck up
We're
and faces
kind
that
of
have shaken.
broke right now.
Oh.
If I'm being
Or
There's always these, and pulls out like a limp arm, and like slaps on the table, and then picks it up and kind of moves back, kind of like a mannequin like limb almost, but structured with like metal plates and gears and various sticks. It goes, I usually charge around 50 gold for one of these. It's to help replace a limb that's been lost. You simply attune to it and set it in the stump, and you are ready to go. They're quite useful, like kind of motions with her own.
while certainly interesting, I have all my limbs still, and I would prefer to keep it that way.
All right, I'll have two just in case.
So, but you were the one who said something about a mimic who was like going to devour you. So this is a good thing to like
it
make
is
a note.
definitely interesting. Thank you.
In the future, down the road.
This ring looks very hungry. Every now and then.
You mentioned the ring being hungry, and you see the sun set outside the window, and you feel a sharp pain as teeth dig into your finger. You take 1 point of piercing damage.
Ah! Stupid ring.
Like that?
Not good.
Kind of pulls up. I have these. I don't know what they're good for.
War.
Pulls up a trio of arrows. Goes, these can't be broken.
Like it.
At all.
Can't be broken.
Here, try.
Oh. No, I'm not the one to try that. You're a newly strong person.
Can
Nyla goes to. They won't break. It's an arrow, and like you can break an arrow, but you're like hand it over to Twang, who now has the strength of an ogre. And even with that new strength, just give me a strength check from Twang.
I can try. That's probably bad. Nyla's around. That seems to be a curse of mine.
Bro.
Plus
Why do
4.
you do this to me?
It's like stage fright.
Listen, I like you, and that's the problem. It's very distracting.
See, that's what I said. I'm a very distracting person, and then
I
you were
see
the one who said
why.
that people were saying it to be mean.
I see why. Yeah, even with the mod, that is only a 12.
Yeah. Nope, it is not. You should be able to break an arrow. You feel the amount of strength flowing through you. This shouldn't be difficult, but this thing won't break. 3 magical arrows, all completely unbreakable, for 45 gold pieces.
Minus the 50 already?
For free. slides them over. You like, call us square. Actually, I still owe you a little bit. I'll keep it on the books for when you return.
Love it.
Right.
You get 3 indestructible arrows. They are considered magic for the purpose of overcoming magic damage resistance. Also, possible shenanigans. Much like the immovable rod, unbreakable arrows can be used for silly things.
But my brain went to immediately.
Yep.
I'll take them.
A ranger should be well supplied with arrows. It's true.
Yeah.
Does Ashy have a longbow in addition to the gun?
No.
Oh, okay.
I have a bow.
She'll just take them as backup, or if she ever needs it.
Just has arrows off to the side.
I mean, you can stab people; they don't break. You can break enemies with them.
Just have this image of Ashi just standing there with the arrows and just throwing them at people.
Just chucking them really, really hard.
Trying to get them in the gun, can I use it with the gun?
It's not fitting.
Amazing.
Wait, if they can't break, they could actually be used in the gun.
Yeah. I mean, the gun can still break.
Yeah, but if you roll poorly, you can
You
break
might-
the gun.
Yeah.
Break the gun, yeah.
Yeah.
Your gun is not unbreakable, no.
Just picture the powder packed arrow.
You got a little harpoon gun going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can see it. All right. Now, the rain is falling outside.
The rain
The rain. I don't know this reference.
fall down.
I don't know. Let's not get a copyright claim. I don't even know what song we're
I
talking about.
stopped singing.
I
I don't think. Yeah.
don't think so. Yeah. So. The rain kind of almost pitter-pattering on the roof. A shop full of things that are a little out of your price range at the moment. You all kind of look through. Nyla in particular, you see 1,000 gold piece half plate that is off to the side in a display case, listed as adamantine half plate. Twang, you see a little display of, looks like magical scrolls. There's that Limon's Tiny Hut scroll. There's also something listed as just a scroll of rage, but listed for 100 gold pieces. There's something called the Rat Caster, which is this spear that is just sitting off to the side with no explanation other than the 260 gold piece price tag on it. Not sure what the Rat Caster does. Looks like there's a ring of swimming is listed in the case, along with some gloves of missile snaring, the assassin stiletto, and then there's a dark black wood wand that has a jade inlay that spirals up it. And all these things are at the 250 plus gold piece markers. So things that are outside of your current possibilities. You all kind of get brought over to a side room, for tea that she seems to have set up. She pours a little bit to kind of warm everybody up. As you all get into the side room, you do hear the ding ding of the bell from somebody coming in. I'd say Ashy, make a perception check.
Right.
A 10 is enough for you. As you're all there kind of sipping on the hot tea, kind of getting warm and dried off in this little side room for the shop, you can hear a figure out at the front. It's hello, madame. I was hoping to peruse some of your wares before I head out of this town. Ashley, you recognize the voice of Iguan, the tiefling pirate captain. whose ship you crashed. It's kind of speaking calmly to Kathir. It's like, oh yes, come. My wares are well labeled and priced accordingly, and please peruse. You can hear the like. There's a little bit of a, almost like a jingle to a cane as he kind of limps through the store. I see many things of great worth here. I don't see anything that is. Oh, that could be useful. Yes, I will take this. Drops a. You can hear the coin sack fall. It's like, yes, the spell scrolls should serve you well. Takes it out and goes. I see. And have you seen any dragonborn about? Like, I'm sure there's been a few that have traveled along. Any specific descriptions? A gold one. I noticed a wyvern around town that reminded me of someone who I owe some coin to. I see. I'll certainly keep an eye out if you next time you're in town. I'll make sure I send anyone your way. Are you staying in town? No, sadly, as I say, I'm heading out. But yes, should be returning possibly within a week or two, and I'll check back in then. Thank you very much. Seems you hear a few extra coins hit the table. Indeed, and your patronage. Good day, sir. Actually, you kind of peek out, and you can see the hat get put on as he steps out into the rain with the large rifle that he keeps strapped to the back. Everyone kind of recognizing a nervousness on Ashi.
Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
You don't sound okay.
Mm-hmm.
Why is he looking for you?
No clue.
Inside check.
Deception
Yeah,
check from Ashi.
Oh,
25.
Jesus.
Okay.
25.
Make this small so I can see.
What's Ashi's deception check?
Do I need a roll?
Yeah, so D20 plus your bonus.
Okay.
That's a good roll.
Okay.
I don't know what your bonus is for deception though.
-5.
-2.
-2.
I can see it too.
Yep. Yeah. Aoife knows you're lying. Nyla knows that Ashi's
just
lying,
lied.
and this is a big problem. This is a major issue. Something very bad is going to be going on. Also, Nyla, you know a certain artificer was coming up into this area to meet with a pirate captain and crew, and you're connecting some dots as you see Ashi slink down in her seat.
Okay. Here's the thing.
No.
Yes. You kind of have to tell us. We don't need all the details, but if we are with you, like physically in the same room as you, as we are right now at this moment,
We are.
and someone's trying to hurt you,
Yes.
you need to tell us that that's happening.
Why?
And because I'm not getting the vibes that he's going to really care if other people get murdered, and I would like to not get murdered.
Agreed.
Thirded.
I'm just going to say that if we are to be your friend and to travel with you, I would imagine we would have your back, and I would imagine that you can have a certain level of honesty with us. I won't be offended. If you wanted to tell me.
People get
It is
grudges for stupid things.
Define stupid things. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how stupid is stupid thing?
They could be very embarrassed about it.
Yes, you don't have to tell the
You
specific
could just
details.
say, but we do need to be avoiding that person, yes?
Most likely. Depends. He didn't seem angry. Probably not angry. I don't know.
Oh, I don't know that you were reading the room alright.
Just let us know if there's anything we need to worry about.
Like,
And I will have your back.
Too much ale was had one night, okay?
Understandable.
Splinters flew.
That could be so many different things.
Did you, like, fall? I mean, I do that all the time.
He does, we've seen it.
Yes, I am quite good at being bad.
A certain thing that was meant to stay afloat is now at the bottom of the sea. That's all I'm saying.
Got it.
The boulder shouldn't have been there.
Wait a minute, I'm trying to process.
I think we can
Hey,
put two
so
in.
are we allowed to have the name of the guy who is trying to hurt you? Because that would be helpful, like a brief physical description. That's a thing that we could probably use.
Do we have that?
How do I pronounce his name again?
Iguan? Almost like iguana,
Iguan.
but iguan.
Iguana Igloo? It's been a while.
Alright.
Okay. So we've got. Go ahead.
Go history check from really anybody.
I'll give it a whirl, why not?
Yeah,
That's a
super buff now.
-1. No.
For
No.
my history, I have a +1.
Ooh.
So we are gonna try this.
Nyla reads people, not books.
I don't read anything, apparently.
If you're aware that a ship that they're probably talking about, you're probably talking somewhere in the range of a 10 to 20,000 gold piece thing that has been destroyed, not counting the cargo, which, you know, could range from 10 to 50,000 depending on what was being carried. So Ashy may very well be in, you know, 20 to 50,000 gold pieces in debt to someone, essentially, who just walked like in the door, bought a magic scroll, and then left.
If you're, and I'm just assuming, because putting two things together, you're looking for some gold. I may have some opportunities that have presented themselves for us to make some money.
Alright.
But to do that, we'd have to lose some first. And I have 24 gold on me. And I'm gonna need 76 more. I know you're up. Yeah, that was part of that identify thing.
I
think
can
I'm
offer
there.
30. if it
Oh, dear.
helps.
Nyla, with your 9, you are still able to put together the concept of there's a pirate ship captain just walked out of this store, and there was a pirate ship captain who was supposed to meet up with Fartificer.
Artificer.
The Fartificer. For some dastardly death machine pieces that were going to be had somewhere in the Dracovum.
We're going to need to deal with this dude sooner rather than later. Okay, that's fun. So here's the thing.
Yes.
Like, how much, actually, how much gold are we talking about here? Like, how bad is this? How much gold are you looking for at this moment? Because if it's more than like 100, it really feels like it's easier if we just kill him.
Maybe as a backup plan?
That is the face of a person that owes more than 100 gold.
Cool, great. So I think we should just... I thought we just kill him.
Ooh.
Maybe we can...
If it helps, I do have reason to suspect he is trying to build a death ray, and hundreds, if not thousands, of innocent people could die.
That is a good reason.
I will stand with you for that.
Never.
So we could just kill him.
He probably has, like, a crew,
I mean,
right?
yes, I would
Like a
imagine it would
person.
be.
It's gonna be. I don't know. Actually, you technically know this person. Maybe we don't know by that for sure. Could we take him in a fight?
Probably. I used to be able to toss him when we went before the incident.
So, if he were to have a crew, because we don't know that he does right now, how particularly loyal do we think they would be? Is it just I'm here for a paycheck, or I have absolutely signed on to be with you because I believe in your mission statement and I am here to help you further these goals because they align with mine?
Actually, you'd be fully familiar that it's pirates. They are loyal to the point of a person who's been getting them coin regularly. They'll be loyal to because coin is more than likely regularly going to keep coming in. But if that came into question, there's no real, like, ideology behind backing up your captain beyond circumstance.
Mostly depends on if he has enough coins, and if perhaps they told his crew about me. I don't think so. He doesn't seem like he might remember. I don't know.
I think we should probably just wait for now, rather than stab him.
Well,
I think we should give this food for thought before we go doing anything rash.
Go kill him right now, but I definitely do think we need to kill him.
Ah, well, yes, down the line, yes. I thought you meant now.
Later.
Could I have Nyla make just a wisdom check for me? Nice. Nyla, all the pieces start to come together for you. There's mentioning from the Silver Dragonborn that is joined up with a crew to head up to the Dracovum. The captain of a crew has just popped in, and you overheard getting supplies for a trek. It seems like they're going now. They might be taking the road like around the hills, so it'll take them a few extra days to get there versus people just trudging through the forest. But they're headed in that direction like immediately. It's one of those.
we go now or not?
You go now, or you deal with them after they've accomplished their goals.
Let's go on a field trip.
I like field trips.
That's one.
What is the field trip goal? Is there gold involved?
I have 30 and I don't particularly hold on to gold very often. I'm a monk. I'm broke all the time. I can pay you.
Ashy, make a history check for me. DC is more like 5, but 20 will do.
Oh, God. That will
Ashy,
suffice.
you imagine there's a week or two long journey that an entire pirate crew has apparently been paid to do.
Ooh.
There was probably at least a hefty sum that was paid up front to have them all commit to the trek across land to go do a thing. There's coins in pockets up in that direction, regardless of whatever they're going up there to get. So there's a hefty chunk of payday working its way up a mountain right now.
Well, I guess we can go up the mountain.
Alright, if there's money in pockets. It's really easy to steal
Those
from the dead.
pockets could eventually be your pocket that the money is in. This sounds amazing. We'll go. We'll get spiritually
I like it.
enlightened. I love it.
I'm in.
I like this big brain. I like. Alright, Operation Kill Pirate.
Operation Kill Pirate.
I like that mission.
Can I not?
I mean, it's either this or sit and exist, and that's about it.
Existing is the minimum.
Hmm?
I just had to turn off some sound on something. So, it's probably a good time for an intermission for bathroom and or food. And oh goodness. Chris has frozen and a most unfortunate expression. Well, all the better time to take an intermission. Oh, nope, they're back. Okay.
Oh, we're back.
Okay, cool. And now.
Just an awkward freezing on there. All right, so we'll take like 5-10 minutes, probably more like 5, but we'll be back in a minute with shenanigans and plans. That'd be a good episode title: Shenanigans and Plans. Alrighty,
That is a good one.
we'll see you in a minute.
Shenana plans.
Intermission. I have unmuted my mic. Behold. Sound. And now I shall unmute all of you. Huzzah. Alright. You all have pieced together that the excursion to the Dracovum to gather the materials that the Fartificer is going to require for his flying death machine is underway. Is apparently already on the road. But an option has been levied that going through the forest would not work with any mounts, but it would work for people on foot to essentially not have to go all the way around the hilly areas and be able to just take a straight line and then get over there and possibly intercept this murderous caravan of pirates and Fartificer. And a random pilgrim who seems to have signed on with this for some reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably should have done a vibe check on that dude.
Traveling in groups is safe.
Maybe he got a critical failure when seeing how they were, and I was like, these guys seem safe, as there's like a bunch of pirates like loading guns.
Can't be pirates. They're going up a mountain. Pirates are in the ocean.
What lovely people. I like them.
Just got a
Alrighty.
really good vibe. I don't know.
Good vibes aside. You all are approaching nightfall, or have entered nightfall with a slight rain. It is a question of, are you going to try to rest up for the evening and trek out, or hastily grab some camping supplies before the shops close and get booking it, or what would you like to do?
I am good to book it if you guys are.
I am as ready as I'll ever be.
I'm cool with booking.
Yeah, I don't know where we would stay here except for that one bar we were in earlier that we didn't get thrown out of, and no, I'm cool with avoiding that now.
Agreed.
The one with the man who wrote a song for you?
Yes, that one. On retrospect, I don't know how I feel about it right now, so I just need some time to process.
Cut to him being like, I really respect her boundaries. She'll come to me when she's ready. And it's like, that's cool, bro. That's cool. I don't know. I'm wondering.
That shit would totally work. Like, this is stupid. I love it. Let's hang.
It's like, how hot can I make this half work in a kilt? I'll just be over here reading feminist theory. Good times. All right. So with very little preparation, you all realize like we should probably just go and start going to cross the bridge. You can see a good 50 to 100 feet below at some points the water that's coming by. Vix with Ashy, I'm gonna respect that nat 20. You do see some nighttime what do you call them? The people that are like panning for gold on the shore. There's a slight glow from what looks like a light cantrip, and they have the pans. They keep scooping up gravel and sand from the bank of the river, sorting through it. They seem to pick a piece out every once in a while and like put it in little vials off to the side. And, they're just out of shouting range essentially, unless you really tried for it. But they're just off on the riverbank. But you all head into the forest. Would someone like to make a survival check for marching through?
I can
the forest?
try.
Twang could certainly try, though I think this would probably be Ashy's area.
Ranger boy. Ranger boy.
Area of possible literal expertise.
No.
I guess I'll roll.
Alright. 14. I don't know what your bonus is.
-1, so 12.
Okay.
Wow.
Well, I do have advantage, so.
Oh,
Oh,
better.
nice.
That's better.
That is definitely good.
I'm
That's
glad I
pretty
remembered.
good. Your familiarity with coastline and forest terrain is serving you well. I'll make a few good hours of travel at night before finding a safe camp spot, and then resting up for the evening. Who would like to be responsible for keeping a watch at some point in the night?
We can keep a watch.
It sounds like Ashy and Nyla. Okay. Ashy, Nyla, making perception checks.
Oh. Oh.
Wow. So we're gonna have Ashy roll a d12.
Uh-oh.
8.
Okay.
Fair enough. Scrolling down. Ashy and Nyla, you're all kind of staring out into the darkness. There's a question of who has dark vision.
Me, but I am not watching.
Yep.
I am sleeping.
You're all looking out in the darkness, trying to
Right.
keep an ear out. Cloak's keeping away the rain as best you can. Ashy, at one point you swear you hear a twig snap. There's a bit of wind. Your wyvern seems to be getting nervous.
Can I have him go investigate the direction I heard the twig?
Indeed. Flies out that way. Seems to fly around for a bit. You lose track of him for a second. Flies back to you, lands nearby. Sets down a half of a rat.
Mm.
Looks up with a head tilt, almost confused.
Eat it.
I'll like toss it back at him as if to like offer him to finish it or something.
Takes a bite, looks kind of, eats it while looking at you like, why are you making me do this? But eats the rest of the rat and is like,
What was the stupid thing in the shop? The rat caster thing. What was that?
it was called a rat caster.
Yeah, the rat
Oh, we knew
caster.
about it.
It was a spear on the wall. Nobody asked what it did.
No, we didn't. We didn't.
Uh-oh.
Okay. This is probably really bad. This is probably really bad. Okay.
Nyla, you hear metal clang. Just a single.
Okay. Cool. Light.
Cast light. There's a glow. You swear you see a reflection, almost like sharp, jagged teeth, off in the bushes about 20 feet south of you. As you bring your light into the area, you don't see anything. Would you like? Are you gonna investigate? Oh, I couldn't hear. Can't hear you.
Yeah, I have a -1 to investigate. But
For a total of 15. Nice. You start feeling around. You find you're brushing aside some things, and you do find another rat that has been recently killed. Where you look at it, and then you see parts of it that look almost pinched start to bleed. And you're like, as you poke around, you find an invisible rat trap. Kind of prying it open. It's like the stereotypical two like metal jaws that snap together, but it is invisible.
Cool.
okay. Don't really know what to do with this information. All right, we gotta start being on the lookout for traps. We can't be on the lookout for traps because they're invisible. Okay, this is fun. Somebody put this here. Somebody had a reason to do this. We are over by someone's stuff. Okay. Fuck. All right. I head back over to Ashley. I pick up the invisible rat trap and head back over to Ashley. I was like, okay, so I have this, and I grab some dirt off the ground and like sprinkle it over the top so you can tell there is an invisible thing there.
You can hear the dirt clanking off of it, although it's hard to make out like an exact like framing of it, but there's some sort of invisible object in her hand.
Yeah, that's what she was going.
What exactly is it?
So it's a rat trap. So, does the wyvern have a name?
Up to Ashley.
Huh?
Up to
Does your wyvern have a name?
Willie.
Okay, so Willie didn't eat the first rat that he brought over here. He found the rat snapped in half by this thing and was like, hey, this is weird. And then you made him eat the rat. So it wasn't like, oh, look what I did, Ma. It's different. I have concerns now.
I'm confused. Why is there a rat trap in the middle of the mountains?
I have a suspicion it's because someone lives here.
Then why
and
not
we
put
are
him in,
trespassing.
why not put him in his house? Why are rats in the mountains?
I mean, rats live everywhere.
You're in the hills at this point.
They're all over the place. If there's food, there's rats.
I don't see evidence of anyone living here unless they have their house invisible, since they apparently want their traps to be invisible.
I don't know. I also don't know if this is a thing that we wake people up for.
Do you want to just go feeling around for an invisible house then?
Oh my.
No, I really don't want to do that because there are invisible traps around, and I'm not particularly great at finding traps to begin with. Alright, can I do a wisdom check to see? It's like, hey, really, not so much a wisdom check as a common sense check, and it's like, does this hit the maybe wake people up and let them know there's weird shit here and this doesn't feel great?
You would just kind of know that it seems like something to tell people about when they wake up, so they don't step in an invisible rat trap. but otherwise, there doesn't seem to be an immediate threat. You also remember, you did kind of see it at one point. You saw a glint of the jaws of it, but then once you had it where you could see it in like full light, you can't see it. Can't hear you.
I hate this. I hate it so much. This is more magic bullshit, and I don't know identify, and I fucking hate this. One time I play a full caster.
All right. Well, you all are kind of your alertness is peaked due to this discovery, but otherwise there is no events until you get to morning, where everybody is kind of waking up and thinking about throwing some food together. You all have a little bit of rations just from your like regular old traveling packs that you have on you. Unless Ashy, would you like to make a survival check?
Sure.
Go for it.
No, that's a no.
Well, there's good news and bad news.
Uh-oh.
You say it's a rat, I swear to God.
You don't find any food. You do take 7 points of piercing damage. And find another invisible rat trap.
7.
That is currently sunk into your foot a bit. Kind of limp back to camp. No berries or food of any kind found. It just everybody's just like, oh well, I guess it's water and crumpled up hardtack.
Why are you limping?
Stupid invisible shit in the mountains.
What?
It's not literal shit. So there's a bunch of invisible rat traps around.
What?
I guess that would be effective in killing the rats. Alright.
So, here's one of them.
Why do you still have it?
For an example!
Because I want to know where it is so I don't step on a rat trap.
Smart.
Throw it away.
What?
Where? Where would I throw this away? That one of us isn't going to step on it.
Off the mountain?
We're in the hills.
What?
Somewhere we're not going, I don't know.
I don't...
Okay, so there's a bunch of invisible rat traps. I don't really understand why. Here, somebody take this from me. Make sure you grab from the base.
Okay.
Alright, I have a +4 to survival. Can I go check and see if I can find, like, berries or some nonsense?
You should be doing it.
Right, something on the road, essentially. So everybody's gonna start trekking and looking for some food. Now you find enough to cover yourself. You kind of fill your belly as you go, and then go to set aside some other nuts and berries that you've found on the way, but there's nothing really besides like
May I try?
a handful
eat a
or two of
ration.
trail mix. Who's what?
May I try?
We've had 2 people search for food in the area. But yeah, Twain, go ahead and give it a shot.
And that is a +3. 20.
Nice.
Aw, good job, buddy.
I did it!
Most of the adventuring day goes by. You all avoid stepping in any more traps. Ashley, if you'd like to stop and burn some hit dice to try to heal up a little bit on your foot at some point during the day, you could absolutely do that.
Sure.
Cool. I think you have a D10 hit die.
Yeah.
Cool. So yeah, you roll d10, add your
Or
con
I
mod.
could take care of that, and you don't have to use it.
Then you'll have spells.
Like, how
What do you-
much damage did you take?
7.
Okay. Yeah. Actually, if you want to avoid burning the hit die, I can go ahead and take care of that, and I'll fill you right back up.
Sure.
Cool.
So now it's gonna burn a spell instead.
Yep.
Cool.
Cure wounds, first level.
Nice. Oh. Fully
Life
healed.
cleric.
All right. Down a spell slot, but healing has occurred. Towards the end of the adventuring day, Twang, you spot in the distance a nice little rocky cove that would be an excellent spot to make camp, and you can actually smell the cooked meats. Someone has recently or currently roasting some sort of boar or other small to medium game that would easily set you all up for, if not just the day, some jerky to move forward for the next couple of days.
Food. We should go to that cave. I smell food. That's it.
All right.
What's the
somebody else's
likelihood
food.
that it's the people we're chasing?
Then
They
more
took
reason
the-
to go in.
They took
I
the
did-
road
I
which
did
went
not
around the
think
hills.
of that.
Okay.
Yeah, they took the road around the hills, which you all have
Gotcha,
a chance to catch
gotcha.
them by going
Alright.
through the hills. But everybody make a perception check. Five.
Overall, I got a 16.
Oh, nice.
9.
Vix, you have a -1 on your for your wisdom modifier?
I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I have a -1.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. So, Twang, you do spot where the meat is coming from. Nyla, you spot,
It's an Outback Steakhouse.
an Outback Steakhouse. There's a bloomin' onion. Hashtag sponsored. Not sponsored. One of the only good things I've had over there is the blooming onion. I have for somehow my steak has gotten screwed up literally every time I've gone there. I would say with Nyla's perception, you're able to warn everybody so that you are not surprised, but you can see that there are some goblins positioned up on some rocky spots that have set up a little camp up in this little hideaway spot, and they are holding position. They think they're fairly well hidden, kind of crouched down among some rocks. But Nyla, you've managed to spot them. Twang, you have not managed to spot them. Neither has anyone else. You're kind of just approaching, like you smell meats. There's a pig roasting over here somewhere.
Ooh.
So, I think what would be appropriate is to roll initiative.
Uh-oh.
I want to roll with my deck, but I'm gonna roll initiative on here because that doesn't matter to me.
either way. One issue is the fact that I changed the screen, and thus I have to go look over here for that. Let's see. So that's a 13. Man, this is not an ideal setup for this. I will have to work on that next time. 6.
I got a 14.
14 for Twang, and 12 plus your modifier, Vix, would be what?
What would be the modifier for that?
Your dexterity modifier.
+4.
Plus 4,
So
16. All right. So a couple of goblins. 2 guys, a girl, and a goblin. First up is Vix, which it's a little awkward because it's not super clear that you can see them. I would say you get it pointed out by Nyla that there's goblins in the hills, and you can hear some distant chatter. So what does Vix want to do? Or what does Ashy want to do? What does Vix want to do with Ashy?
She's gonna try and like slowly approach without getting noticed.
Cool. What are we going to? I had to turn on some music there. Here we go. A slowly approach.
Yeah.
So, okay, this is you, I think. Yeah. Approach a little bit. You can kind of see them perched up on some rocks over there. Are you doing anything else?
Do I see them?
You can see one of them. This one popped up on the rock there, who's kind of giving you a side eye look, trying to assess the situation.
I'm gonna try aiming my gun at him and shooting him.
Go for it. Keeping in mind you are not yet proficient with firearms, but you pull out a pistol. This goblin looks up and it's like, pulling out a gun. Yeah, make your attack roll. So yeah, D20 plus your dexterity modifier. Okay, so a total of 9. Yeah, it is a miss. So there's this, and then just off the rocks nearby. He's like, ah! Attack!
Uh-oh.
The one you were not yet able to see, is going to be taking a shot. I believe has range on... Nope, none of them. Yep, easiest shot is just at Vix. Yeah, that's like a 22 to hit.
Oh.
That's another... It's another 7 piercing damage for Ashy. Oh yeah, there's a little animation. I'll figure that out some other time. That's fine. Do it another time. New to the program. Then it is going to hop down out of sight behind his rocks. Next up would be Twang.
How close could I get?
Pretty close, you think? You have to declare if you're
Insane.
charging or what you're doing.
I'm just gonna walk.
Nothing action burning.
Oh, okay.
Just gonna saunter over.
It's an arrow goes
Roll.
into Ashy after Ashy fires off her gun. And so you just kind of get up by Ashy at this point.
Okay, do I see any of them?
Do you want to use your action to try to perceive more? There's just the one up on the rock that you can see over there.
Can I pull out a dart? I have 10 darts. Can I try and throw one at him?
Certainly try. Make your attack roll. I don't think you're at
Alright.
disadvantage.
I would assume I'd be using strength to throw it.
I believe it can. I'm gonna say it could be either.
Dex or strength, yeah. And you
Yeah.
said roll with disadvantage?
I believe it is outside of the normal dart, the first increment of dart range. So
Fair enough.
yeah.
Oh.
60 Oh.
What a lovely start.
Oh no.
I don't think I need to roll a second time.
Buddy!
Nyla, you are very distracting.
I picture Twang like kind of sauntering up, looking back to Nyla, and go, "Nyla, watch this!" And then, twing, just chucking the dart straight into the ground, probably 5 feet ahead of you, into the dirt before it becomes a rock.
Take that, ground.
Anything else from Twang?
I think the only thing else that would come from him is relative disappointment,
Right,
and that's about it.
relative to extreme disappointment. Yeah, that's rad. Coming over to Nyla.
First Nyla just looks over at Twang. He's like, "Oh, buddy, that's rough." So, am I within 60 feet of these guys?
Not quite.
I would like to move up until I'm within 60 feet of one of them, please.
Gotcha. From there, you have a, like a 6-tile move, so you can get to like there with your movement.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like the
Hi.
base of there. And then 60 feet is...
Mm-hmm.
And it's in tiles right now. Now that guy's about 80 feet. Or no, that is... That's how bubbles and radiuses work. Yeah, within 50 feet. You have a straight line of sight to the one on the rock.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna do Sacred Flame. That's a Dex saving throw of 14.
Nice. Oh. Oh no. That is a success. Just barely. 14 exactly.
Bum bum bum. Alright, so at a success, yeah, nothing happens.
Yeah. Alright. I know there's an attack option, I just can't find it. The off to the side it goes, ah! Magical ones! Extra loot! With that, it is now their turns. Popping out from behind the rock. Yeah, you're all within. You are all within their ranges. Oh, come on. some knife wielders make some moves over this way. One up on a rock is kind of at a long range with a short bow, but it's still going to make an attempt when it gets back to them. The knife wielders... this one is a little closer. He's going to move up to there. One is taking some swipes over at Ashy. One is definitely going to miss, and the other one is going to connect. That's going to be, it's a 20 to hit, yeah. For 4 slashing damage on Ashy. The scimitar slides across your side. The
Alright.
other is going to be taking the 2 swipes over at Twang. That's an 8 and a 15.
I have an AC of 17.
Ah! That's... Wait, what? You have a shield? Oh, yeah, monk stuff. Oh,
Yeah, no, my dex and whiz +4 and +3, so it raises my unarmored AC to 17.
Oh, monk BS. Love to see it. And that's the knife. That's the knife guys. They have done their knife stuff. And now, Aoife, you can see you can see all these hooligans scrambling up on your folks, your compatriots.
Ooh, blanked out there for a second. How far is... Oh, I don't know who that is.
Who?
The closest goblin person. I don't know who that is.
That is right next to Ashy.
Okay. How far is that from me?
Not crazy far. I think you should be able to get there with your movement.
Yeah. I'd like to get to the other side of them to be flanked.
Let's see if you got the movement for that. No,
I
wait.
can do that.
Yep. No, you can get to... Without having to dash, you can just get to there, but you can bonus action dash and kind of be anywhere within the 12 tile radius, which is basically anywhere over around here.
Can I get over behind that tree instead then?
over by the tree over here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, with your bonus action, you can definitely run over there. So bonus action dash, and you get over by the tree.
I would like to be, I don't know, out of sight and all that, and...
You got cover right now, but you'd have to burn your action to hide.
To actually hide?
Yeah.
If I want to hide, yeah? Sorry, you cut out.
You could hide if you wanted to, with your action.
Right. Let me get covered. Alright, well, I'm in cover, and I'm just going to go ahead, and I'm going to hit a... magic missile on... I can't point to it. The one that's on the ledge above.
Oh, the one that's up on the rocks?
Yeah.
That one? Oh, Chris?
Yeah.
Magic missile on that one?
Yeah.
Yeah, just roll damage. It's auto hits.
Damage.
D4 plus 1 3 times.
Eight.
8
total.
Yes. You one-shot this thing.
Why?
A series of arcane bolts fly through the air and just blast this thing off the ledge. As you see a hand get left behind with an arrow, as the rest of it gets hit in the torso and flung off onto the rocks. You hear another two go, "Vengeance!" from behind some rocks. Ashy! You are up.
Yes.
Oop. They have run up to melee with you.
I guess I could try my breath attack on them.
Absolutely. You have Twang right there between these two. If you're going to try to catch both of them, you can also catch Twang. Or you can kind of maneuver yourself to just nail the one with it.
I'm gonna try and only hit the one.
Gotcha. So that is a save. It's like 8 plus your Constitution modifier plus your proficiency, which is 2. So just 10 plus your Constitution modifier. What is your Constitution modifier?
Constitution is +1.
Okay, just enough. That is a total of 10. So full D10 damage of fire, I believe, as the gold dragon.
Alright.
Eight. Once again, one-shotting with the unique action. A fire engulfs the kobold, or not the kobold, Twang, a wall of fire directly behind you as the goblin at your back that was kind of turning to reconsider an attempt to flank on you is instead just engulfed in fire and is instantaneously just roasted.
Nice and crispy.
Nice and crispy. Ash remains. Any other movement or bonus action you'd like to do?
No.
Alrighty. Hanging tight after you are the archers, who, aside from one who, I should go ahead and just
Sorry.
kill menu that. He scrambles up to the ledge here. It's like, insight check. Failure. Screams to the other one, "They've burnt through all of their magic abilities! They're so vulnerable now! End them!"
So,
They're gonna just take shots at the front two.
God.
So a shot at Twang. That is a 4 to hit. I'm gonna assume a failure on that. And then a 17 to hit Ashy. Hits, I think.
What would I be looking at?
Your armor class.
AC.
AC. Yeah, it's usually, if you're in like studded leather, it's probably gonna be 12 plus your dexterity modifier. Unless you have a shield or something of that sort.
It'd be 16.
Yeah, okay. So it just hits. 3 piercing damage. They are not rolling great. Twang!
Alright, this fella in front of me tried to kill me. I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna... I think... Question. Since I am wearing the gauntlets, if I were to hit him with the hand with the ring, would the ring be satisfied?
Possibly.
I need to manage my friend here.
You would need to... Yeah, you'd need to punch someone with the ring, and the ring will get its bite in. You gonna punch
Alright,
this
I think
goblin?
instead of the short sword, I think instead of the short sword, just so I don't get bit again, I think I'm just gonna try and unarmed strike him.
Go for it.
And that is with a +6 for proficiency.
Yeah.
And hang on. 1 moment. And that's a 5. Is someone within 5 feet of me?
They are not.
Damn it, alright. I missed. I'd imagine with a... I mean, the +6 makes it 11.
Yeah, that's a miss. They do have... It's shoddy armor. It seems to be piecemealed from, like, various, recovered bits and pieces they've gotten over who knows what amount of time. But, yeah, they do have armor. You do have, since you're a monk, bonus action punch again, or burn a key point for bonus action double punch.
I think I'll hold the key points for now. I think I'm just gonna do one
Cool.
second attempt.
Go for it.
That is a 10 + 6, 16.
16 does hit.
Alright.
Roll damage.
So
Get some D4 at your level.
Yes, it's a
4
D4
though,
plus
because of
the
your strength at this point.
4. And the 1, because the ring
Yep.
is gonna nom him. I am content. I don't have to worry about being bit.
Right.
And I rolled a 1 plus 5, so 6.
6. You do have a feature, I think, right, where you could burn a key point for extra damage.
If I wanted to, yes, I could. Alright, I think what I'm gonna do here is I am gonna use my monk class. I am gonna burn a key point on Hands of Harm, which causes it to take extra necrotic damage equal to 1 roll of your martial arts die and my wisdom modifiers. So I need to roll another d4 plus 3.
Basically monk
and
smite.
I burn a key point. Yes. So this is a 1d4 plus 3. That is a 6.
Okay, so a total of 12 damage. There's everybody kind of watches a punch to the throat. Or first a miss, and then as he goes, the tilt back to laugh, just like push the forehead forward, and then a punch in the throat, and you see the ring pop out from underneath the armor of the gauntlet, and just teeth bite into the throat of the goblin, which it then like falls to the ground. Lots of blood on your hand, more than you're used to from punching people. And then any movement after the fall of the goblin?
Could I try and move myself between the 2 archers? I want to try and draw fire.
Oh, for sure. You can easily get to there. And are just standing between the two
I
of them.
want to try and get their attention.
Nice. Give me a intimidation check.
Yes, sir. That would come with a 0, so this is just a raw roll here.
Nice.
15.
15. Still, like, kind of dragging the other goblin. You're just like, come on! And they look at you. Ah! Fair enough. Nyla.
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and we're gonna try to... Hold on, how many... Oh, damn, no, I don't have range for that. Never mind. Alright. Fuck it. We're gonna try to Sacred Flame one of the archers again.
Nice. Are you going for...
Whichever one...
You can go left or right.
It's 60-foot range, so whichever one.
They're both within range, so you can just kind of pick left or right on that.
Alright, we'll go with the right.
Gotcha.
And... Dex save of 14.
Nice. That is 17. burst of divine flame right next to the goblin. And kind of spins around it, but is able to dodge the attack.
Okay. Then I'm going to use my movement to get within 30 feet of him.
Nice.
And
The same one.
Yeah.
Sure. Gotcha.
Okay, and I don't have anything that I can do on a bonus action.
I gotcha. Alright. Sounds fine. Coming around would be the knife-wielding goblins, who are a little bit dead at the moment. So go over to Aoife, who is currently has a little bit of cover, but is not technically hidden behind the tree.
Yeah. Can I just short bow? I'm just gonna
You could bonus action.
hit him right there.
You can bonus action stealth before attempting,
Oh.
or you can just aim. But if you aim, you won't have your movement. But either way, it's a way to possibly get advantage on the shot.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Cool.
Yeah.
Gonna just aim.
Stealth.
Aim
I'm
or
gonna stealth.
stealth. Go ahead and roll stealth.
Wait, which is stealth in?
12 squares. Nice.
17.
Definitely. Which is good because you actually need to move to get them within your 60-foot bow range, just a little bit.
Cool.
So you just kind of duck around the tree in a way that they lose track of you for a second, and then popping out, you can take your shot. So make your attack with advantage. 17 is a hit. So also get your
Nice.
sneak attack damage.
Which is a d6, yeah?
Yeah, 2d6 at this level. So you have your
2d6.
you have a d6 from your bow and 2d6 from your sneak attack, so that's 3d6 plus your dexterity modifier.
Damn.
You might just go to the dice.
3d6.
Yeah, 3d6. So
Yeah.
11 plus your dex mod is
Which I think is 2. It should be higher than that, actually, isn't it?
definitely
3.
Either way, just a goes limp and falls down the rocks. Awesome.
And that's my everything.
Yeah. Comes back around to Ashy. There is a single goblin that is up on a rock and seems to be very much questioning its situation at the moment.
I'll use my ring to do the firebolt.
Firebolt, go for it. So yeah, use it's based on your charisma modifier. So you roll a d20 plus your proficiency plus your charisma modifier. So that's d20 plus 2 plus your charisma mod.
My charisma is -2.
So straight d20 roll.
Alright.
You got this.
Hey!
I inspired you.
Crit d10. So roll a d10 and we'll double it.
Alright.
5 doubled to
Alright.
10. Just say you kind of just aim this ring up, and you're kind of like I imagine you have like the gun in your hand, and you go like turn it sideways, and then the ring just opens up the little dragon mouth and
Oh, that's cool.
Screams on fire, but it burns into the chest and it falls. A dead goblin right before its turn too. You all pause a moment, waiting for other ambushers to peek out, but none arrive. The goblins are dead. I turn off the goblin.
Where's that meat?
And I'm still hungry.
So, we'll say, Eva, you want to go make an investigation check?
I shall. Investigation. Oh, it's a low advantage. Let's get rid of that first. But yeah.
Oh, I missed it. I'm trying to get the screens back where they were, but it's not happening. A 9. You do find a whole pig roasting back behind their tents in kind of the back corner. And there's already some cooked meat, and there's more smoking nearby. This camp is it's set up for small people, but it is all fully set up. But yeah, you start carving up some meats on the side.
So rude of us.
Very rude.
It really is. This.
I mean, yeah, we kind of
So
showed up,
fuck.
and our first interaction was Ashi just shooting.
He just like walks up, like, I'm suspicious of these travelers. I was right.
We stole their
Yeah.
food.
Oh,
Although they were
goodness.
fully trying to kill us, so.
After we instigated.
After we tried to kill them, though, I feel like an illegal kind of sit-standing.
Yeah.
That was a little self-defense on them.
It's
The best thing is, we're the only witnesses.
True.
The
You know,
war is always told by the
except
victor.
for God.
Here's the thing. Saint Olaf teaches us that the Platinum Dragon is present for all justice and all judgments, and that those who cannot look after themselves must be defended, and the unrighteous must be smited. And that's essentially what we've done here, because I'm pretty sure the second we rolled up, they were gonna try to kill us anyway. They thought we were out of magic and they were gonna come and get more loot. That's a thing that was said.
Did hear that. I
Good
did
choice.
hear that.
They might have been
Hold
the
on,
ones that
I'm pretty sure Bahamut is good with it. If you want, I'll pray on it later, but I feel fine.
I feel great. I'm just
You
happy
can
my
pray
hand's
on
not
it.
gonna get eaten.
I
Put a
could care
mouthful
less.
of
That was
meat.
cool.
I love the pirate of like, I don't actually care. It's pretty rad. Searching through the camp, there's a plethora of options for small weapons. There's half a dozen scimitars, a couple of short bows. You can easily restock any arrows you'd like to. They'd be slightly shoddy goblin arrows, but they function the same. It's more of the disgrace when the lich looks down and it's a goblin arrow and they're like, really? But otherwise, you all find 80 silver pieces through as well as 9 gold pieces, as you do find some blood-stained clothes and random traveling gear sized for what seems like human farmers. So they did not have their hands clean necessarily. I mean, several of them had their hands sterilized by fire, but that's a separate issue.
Ooh.
So somebody can post in the chat, however, 80 silver and 9 gold will split up. I imagine somebody's going to get extra silver pieces and somebody's going to get extra gold pieces. Just a little bit of side change for everybody, as well as a pretty defensible camp to kind of pause and rest at, as well as our need to pause and rest the game itself. So, you all have smout some goblins on the hillside for justice? Question mark?
They might have placed those mouse traps.
They might have. It's possible. There's no evidence for that to be the case. They
didn't seem smart enough to be able to
Wielding.
figure out how to enchant these.
Maybe they
And
got
leave
them from
them
the
about.
farmers.
Well, unfortunately, we can't ask them anymore.
Yet.
Yet. The cleric thing of like, we can't ask the dead questions. Be like, well, if you give me a minute.
More than a minute. That's a higher level spell slot that I have access to. But eventually, if we want to take one of these skulls with us, we could ask as many questions. 5 questions. As many as 5 questions.
That's a lot of questions.
The expectations have shifted drastically.
Are you saying we should take a skull?
Only if we really care about it. I don't have like a bag of holding or anything.
It'll just be a head for a while. So
For a while, it will be a head before it becomes a skull. Yes, this is true.
Well, no, okay, I could keep it as just a head for like a good long while, though.
I don't think we need to know about the traps with the goblins, but thank you. It was very appreciated.
All right.
Yes.
We're gonna sign out. The Twitch stream is Gone Wild Mount. It was once Guys Gone Wild Mount until I wasn't playing with that many guys anymore, so it seemed inappropriate. I believe the YouTube channel is still Guys Gone Wild Mount, though. That's a harder title to switch. Or I didn't bother looking at how. Either way, some combination of Guys Gone Wild Mount or just Gone Wild Mount with the E, Wild E Mount. Yeah, look it up or find it. I'll be reposting the session over to the YouTube channel in a minute, and we'll see folks over there, or we'll see you all next week for some more dragon people shenanigans. And there we go. Good times. Pick up Tailspire if you can for anybody in the audience, because it's really cool. And then for the rest of you, it's like $25, but it's basically digital minis, which once I figure out how to use, could be quite fun. I think I just figured out the attack mechanic, and the animations are pretty funny. So, yeah, we'll cut off there. See y'all next week, and hopefully you can catch up to the people that are hoping to shatter the Dracovum in order to build their Sky Death machine. That or get back to town and do crime for money, depending on what kind of party this ends up being.
Either or.
It depends on the day. We'll see how we feel.
Yeah.
Best of both worlds.
Depends on how fun it sounds.
The Platinum Dragon teaches us protect the weak, defend the innocent, and sometimes take stuff from rich people. It's all there in the books.
If they suck, then yeah.
Yeah. It sucks to suck, and they're just like taking their stuff. All right, signing off. Dragons ho. I don't know. We don't have a sign off. We haven't discussed a sign off. Dragons out.